Thank you for recording.
Everybody could just mute themselves, please.
Thank you. Thanks to Trisha's just mentioned, just to go on to mute at this point. If you want to close down your screen, you're welcome to do that to save bandwidth. But if you'd like to stay on this picture, that's totally okay. But certainly, as we've mentioned before, any background noise can come through very, very easily and reduces the bandwidth. So the recording on mute sounds a lot better. Not for the mute of the talking, but the mute of the background. That'd be awesome. My name is Marilyn Smith. It's a pleasure to be with you this morning. And on behalf of our welcome team and our terrific group on the Sunday Experience team and Trish Clark as music director, we're just delighted that you're all here. If you're new with us this morning, sit back and enjoy this hour of fellowship and spiritual growth. We're happy to have you here. And I do have to say, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. It's not always time that we get a Sunday that actually is Valentine's Day. So Happy Heart Day. It's always nice to have everybody together to share the love that we all share, which is always fun. We at Unity Kitchener are honored to acknowledge that we are situated on the Haldeman Track. This land was promised to the Haudenosaunee of the Six Nations of the Grand River and are within the territory of Neutral, Anishinaabe, and Haudenosaunee peoples, Miigwech. We'd like to say welcome to everybody from Unity Kitchener. We're delighted to have you here. As I mentioned, if it's your first time here, sit back and enjoy the slides. Feel free to sing along to all the tunes. We've got music and words up for everybody as they come along, and we're just delighted to have everybody in the room. I'd like to welcome Mel Horvath-Lucid as well as our speaker today. She's going to bring us something about loving ourselves and loving life. So I can't wait. It says part 1 too, which is always exciting because it means there's a part 2. And welcome to Unity Spiritual Center of Ottawa. We're thrilled to have you at our experience today. It's always a delight to share. And of course, that we were delighted to be with you last week as well with that wonderful service that we had. We're going to do some joy singing now. So sit back and enjoy, sing along with the words. If the words don't resonate with you, feel free to make up your own words too. Thank you, Trish, for that upbeat version. Great way to start Enjoy Singing. And once again, welcome to Unity Kitchener. Welcome to everybody that's new. Welcome to everybody that's been here for a long time. And welcome, welcome, welcome to Unity Ottawa for being with us as well. Unity's theme worldwide is how to stay centered no matter what. And I can't think of a better theme for this year, considering the year that we've had. Staying centered is exactly where we have to be. The theme for February is the power of strength. And you can say this with me. I express the strength and vitality of God is the attribution for that one. You'll notice that the slides have been changed up for this month with some spring green at the back. So spring green is the color of strength. And I just looked up yesterday, and I think spring is 35 days away. So keep little fingers crossed. It will get better, and spring is coming. So this is all good. And once again, happy Valentine's Day. We're delighted that you're here. Let's sing an opening song. Get quiet and relax into the moment. Let go of the shore.
Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, flow into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, flow into the mystery. You have all you need, it's all inside of you. Just close your eyes and breathe and know that you are safe. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, flow into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go
Trying to disentangle themselves from the Buff McConnell went right to the floor to say he was convinced that Donald Trump was morally and physically responsible for this attack. I mean, that would have
no need to
been
make a
interesting based on
plan.
the way he presented.
God will be your compass. Lift yourself in faith and trust you will arrive. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, flow into the mystery, flow into the mystery.
We've just mentioned that February is the month of strength of the 12 powers. We know that it is the spring green, light green color, and represented by the disciple Andrew, which is strength of mind in the metaphysics. The attribution to 12 powers of strength is the ability to endure, stay the course, and persevere. And if you'd like to say this affirmation with me, I have the strength to accomplish all that is mine to do. The location of strength is in the small of the back. And thank you again for Reverend Roxanne's wonderful talk last week about strength. That was really very deep and most wonderful to listen to. We'll turn it over to Mary Ducklow, one of our prayer partners, to give an opening prayer.
Good morning. It is my privilege to read a prayer written by Diane Weston. As we join in prayer, let us affirm that our hearts are aligned with the energy of unconditional, loving, divine presence within. changeless, infinite, and exhaustible, from which everyone receives their divine nature. We affirm that we are all one, and our oneness, everybody and everything belongs. There's nothing that could separate us from spirit, nor from each other.
Short people like that.
The powers that
Okay,
contribute
well,
to the
let's
divine
start.
live within us, in our consciousness, guiding us with love, strength, wisdom, power, intuition, and zeal, which is all we need to live a safe, healthy, joyful lives with peace of mind. As we co-create with spirit, we affirm that anything that doesn't resemble the pure God love is released, and we walk our path to a rich and rewarding life. This Zoom home, where we meet and listen to inspirational speakers, music that lifts the soul, we're grateful for all the lot of things, some of which are our Zoom home, inspirational speakers, music that lifts the soul, and the joining with Ottawa for services, our getting together after the service. And with a very grateful heart, we say, thank you, thank you, thank you. It is so, amen.
Thank you, Mary, and thank you, Diane. Wait, Unity Kitchener also would like to recognize that February is Black History Month, and we'd like to recognize that evolving consciousness is always through diversity. Unity Kitchener considers this a safe space for everyone at all times. And just as Ottawa did last week, we just like to recognize somebody from the Black community that was special in Canada. We have a lot of things on the internet these days about Black History Month, but a lot of it is American based. So there's so much richness of the history in Canada as well. Anne Cools was one of those people. She came as a teenager to go to McGill University from Barbados. She was appointed to the Senate, and she was the first Black woman appointed to the Senate by Pierre Trudeau. She did go from the Liberal to the Conservative Party, and today she sits as an independent. So we are happy to have Anne as part of the Black History Month, and knowing that we evolving through consciousness through our diversity is the way that we all come to know and love each other. We know that the spirit, as teachings of unity, our spirit is good, people are good, thoughts create experiences, prayer is connection, and action is needed. Spirit is good and always present everywhere. Each person has a spark of divinity within them, and we create our life experiences by our way of thinking. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. Prayer is our creative thinking that brings us upward, and we have affirmative prayer and affirmative meditation because we know that we always co-create with spirit. And as action is always needed, the fifth step is always through our thoughts, words, that we live that way. The knowledge is not enough. We have to put the feet to our prayers. Unity honors the universal truth in all religions and respects each person where they are on their own spiritual path. A few backgrounds to unity. Unity is the ever-evolving thought movement. The Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, who started this movement in Kansas City, Missouri in 1989, did not want to call it a religious domination and called it practical Christianity, a way to use the words metaphysically to the story to be put to life now and having it ever evolve. We always want to know that unity is a diverse, inclusive, and welcoming and safe space for everyone to enter, and we honor each person on their path. And please know that different words can be used for spirit. They may be God, divine, universe, source, whatever resonates with you and where you are on your path. As mentioned in the earlier slide, affirmative prayer focuses on the best outcome. We don't always know the best outcome, but we look for the highest good in all things, sometimes knowing that some things that don't look as the good are lessons that we must go through. And of course, we at Unity feel that we are here to make the world a better place for all. Unity Worldwide's vision is shared with Unity Kitchener. We see a world powerfully transformed through shared spiritual awakening. And we want to know that, Unity Ottawa, we feel that this is part of our shared spiritual awakening by getting together with other unities and enjoying the experience we have together. And Unity Kitchener's purpose is to transform consciousness and empower lives. Celia, would you like to read the Absolute Word by Reverend Paul Hasselbeck?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Today's absolute word is the heart expressing. You are dear to me. I hold you in my heart. Divine love is a principle I apply by sharing love and compassion. Divine love is alive in every heart. My loving nature sees the best in every person whose life touches mine. Saint Valentine fashioned pieces of parchment into hearts, which he gave to others as tokens of his compassion and divine love. I continue this tradition when I say, you are dear to me. I value you. You matter as I hold you in my heart and mind. And as I do this with a card, gift, call, or simple act of kindness, I lavishly love with no expectation of return. My heart resonates with every expression of love from others. My awareness of love's presence expands and grows by giving generously and receiving gratefully. Please join with me. You are dear to me. I hold you in my heart.
Thank you, Celia. Please affirm this unity blessing together. Always open to deeper spiritual understanding, Unity Kitchener thrives as we journey through life, recognizing any challenges that come our way are both opportunities and blessings. We handle our affairs and decisions with good judgment and positive, bold conviction. We affirm we are divinely guided to right action and innovative solutions in sacred synchronicity. Aligned with spirit, we are prospered and whole as a community and as individuals. With love and gratitude, we say, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's listen to the One Voice Children's Choir, Do Brave.
You can be amazing, you can turn a phrase into a weapon or a drug. You can be the outcast or be the backlash of somebody's lack of love. Or you can start speaking up. Nothing's gonna hurt you the way the words do when they settle meet your skin. Kept on the inside and no sunlight, sometimes shadow wins. But I wonder what would happen if you say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave with what you wanna say and let the words
Wow. If that didn't put a smile on your face, I don't know what would. We're delighted to welcome back our friend of Unity, Mel Horvath-Lucid. She is a student of Unity, as she says in her bio, although I think she's a master expert really at Unity, and she's an ordained metaphysical minister. She's a trained meditator with a focus on leadership and coaching and organizational dynamics. She resides in Waterloo with her husband and her 5 children. Mel has spoken at Unity many times, and we're always delighted and so happy to have her here. Let's give our warm Unity Kitchener welcome to Mel Horvath-Lucid.
Good morning. I am going to bring up some slides here and invite you into an idea of igniting or reigniting a love affair with life. So as mentioned, this is a 2-part, and the part that I actually wrote first is the part that I'll share next time. So it's like interesting to share the last chapter before the first, and it feels relevant to me to talk about this concept of igniting a love affair with life, both on Valentine's Day and also with this understanding of looking at where we're going and being able to see that path, that walking, what steps we're taking and the value of those steps. So I want to invite you into the idea of surrendering to life, to divine flow. There's a quote by Carl Jung that says, "Thoroughly unprepared, we take the step into the afternoon of life. Worse still, we take this step with the false presupposition that our truths and our ideals will serve us as Hithro. But we cannot live in the afternoon of life, according to the program of life's morning. For what was great in the morning will be little at evening, and what in the morning was true at evening will have become a lie." I value this quote because it reminds us of the constant changing of life. It reminds us of the constant changing of life's circumstances. And within that, though, it reminds us of our divine connection to life. And I'm talking today about capital L life. You might connect with capital L life as divine flow, God, energy, love, spirit, Christ consciousness, Allah, bliss, oneness. There's so many names given to this idea or energy. And so this idea of capital L life today invites us into stepping into something greater than ourselves. And then we aren't worried about the program of the morning versus the afternoon. We live with openness into the questions because we know we don't have the answers, and we know that being fixed, that idea of being fixed, is flawed. The very idea of being fixed is flawed. Things are in constant movement and flow, evolving and shaping all the time. And life, that capital L life, invites us into the material of understanding that, of understanding the continuous evolution and flow of life. Surrender is a loaded word, so I want to acknowledge that and then use it. And surrender is often a loaded word because if you look up the definition of surrender, it oftentimes references the enemy. This idea of surrendering to the enemy, ceasing resistance to the enemy. And I want to re-enliven that word surrender for those of us like myself who have an interesting relationship with the idea of surrender, to re-infuse that idea of surrender with a different mindset. Surrender being this willingness, the quality and readiness of being prepared to do something. Letting go, to make free or give up control of something or our perception that we can control another, to release or discharge something or someone. And lastly, that quality that shows up when we surrender well is allowing. To give time, that's a powerful concept. Because so many of us, myself included, are attached to this idea of instant gratification, and yet The very best wines are created with time, relationships over time, and change over time. So giving opportunity and permission for. It's been work to re-influence and to recharge the word surrender, to understand that what I'm being asked to do is step into more love, more abundance, more power, more possibility. And that when I release resistance to that, I'm faced with the question of, am I open to that kind of richness in my life? Because it takes strength and power for us to be willing to step in to that type of wealth and emotional possibility, spiritual possibility, that level of love. To be open to receiving that then becomes the next opportunity or growing edge, as it were. So what is your relationship status with life? Found this little saying that says how to break up nicely. I think it's time we take this relationship to the previous level. And I was thinking about how many times in life we do that. You know what? No. I'll go back to that place I felt more comfortable. I'll go back to that place when I knew what was going to happen, when I had a good understanding of my surroundings. I sent recently posted recently this meme that said, what we think relationships will be like. And it's this idea of like breakfast in bed and romantic movies and love. And I mean, maybe we're being fed grapes on a Chez Lounge somewhere. And then on the other side, it says what relationships really are: working through communication, taming our triggers, growing and learning how to trust more, being open-minded, open-hearted, open-spirited, in generous in our connection with one another. The aspect and energy of acceptance is so prevalent and present in relationships, and this openness that relationships change and evolve over time. And so as I started to look at this talk today, it became curious to me about our relationship first with life or divine. Are we willing to step into that place, knowing that life is messy, knowing that there's no guarantees, knowing that it will call us continuously outside of our comfort zone, and that will be both joyous, growth promoting, and challenging. To be comfortable with the messiness of relationships. And yet, with that idea of stepping into surrender to life or divine flow, there also comes this unbelievable, almost awe-inspiring moment of being aware that we also have the ability to be standing in this infinite and unending love and possibility throughout whatever life may bring. I want to play this morning, and I invite you to play too, on what self-transcendent life looks like in action. This idea of overcoming the limits of individual self and its desires in spiritual contemplation and realization. And really what I'm talking about in the most simplest terms is this, and this is a tool that Michael Beckwith uses often in his work at the Agape Institute. So I invite you for a moment to think about an area of your life for which the energy is flowing, you're doing really awesome. Maybe you would say, Mel, it's my career. I feel in the flow within my career. I feel in the flow within the way I connect with other people, within my artistic expression. Find that area in your life that you feel. Maybe it's health and fitness, whatever it is, your meditation practice, prayer practice. Allow yourself to notice an area in your life for which you're doing well, where you feel that flow. Okay? Take a moment to notice the sensation of that area of your life for which you feel that flow. Visualize yourself in that flow, Be in that expression of you that you feel really great about. Now I want you to consider an area of your life for which you don't feel it's functioning the way that you'd like it to. Maybe it's physical, maybe it's a painful knee, maybe it's a relationship. Feel that energy for a moment of that area of your life for which you are looking for greater flow. Now at this point, you're holding two energies. You're holding an energy of an aspect of your life that's going well, and you're holding an energy of an area that you see you'd like growth. And what I invite you to do is take the energy from that area of your life that you feel is flowing and give it to that area that you would like to see greater flow in. Bring that energy to that space. Bring that energy to that flow. And feel what it feels like to move energy to where it's needed. And this is in action, this concept or idea that we have within us what we require. That some of us are able to process things better in one area than another. That's okay. It's okay. Because you can carry and send and transmute the energy to where you would like it to go. And the example used with Michael Beckwith was this, list something physical in your body that you feel requires healing. And so this person was talking about their knee and how painful it is. And, basically my knee sucks. It's not working. And they're using this language. And then Michael asks, well, how about your other knee? Oh, it's good. Okay, well, feel into that knee for a moment. Feel into the energy of that knee, and now bring that to your other knee. And for me in that moment, I was like, holy heck, I can literally feel this shift. I can feel the capability that I have. And an example in my life is that I, oddly enough, am like super calendared and organized in my personal life, but bring a far more fluid artistic flow to my work life. And noticing that at any point I can bring the energy of what I value in having this organized calendar view of my life at home into my work. And just bringing that energy, that same energy into a different space, allowed it to transform. We have the power to do that. For me, I'd really amplify how unbelievably powerful, strength promoting, and cool that is to experience what it looks like in action, to move energy within our lives to the places we would like, to cultivate greater flow. Psalms 141. David said, "But my eyes are fixed on you." But my eyes are fixed on you. And the old hymn that I like to rework the words a little bit, but that says, "Turn your eyes upon love. Look full in life's wonderful face, and all things of the earth will grow strangely dim in the light of such glory and grace." Michael Beckwith says, learn to become still and to take your attention away from what you don't want and all the emotional charge around it. Think about how much energy we put into what we don't want, and place your attention instead on that which you wish to experience. Place your attention on what you wish to experience. So you can start with nothing, and out of nothing and out of no way, a way will be made. We see this over and over and over and over again in our lives. We see the start of what we would guess is nothing, and out of that nothing, something is made all the time. What would it take for you to step into your dreams, into your capital L life? What would it take to shift from chasing your dreams to becoming true to your dreams? From chasing life to becoming a channel for more life? And this idea of moving into becoming a channel for our dreams, becoming the manifestation of our dreams, these actions, means that we immediately move to a higher resonation and vibration of being. There's not a running after anymore. We are in it. And I want to note something. I have Martin Luther King Jr.'s picture up there because it's important to note that he had a dream and he lived that dream. And his dream, from my perspective of what I've heard, resonates with me. I can connect with that dream, and so many could. And here's the thing, even within that dream and call for equity and inclusion and valuing of each person as equal, was resistance to that idea. So it's important to note, when you show up fully in your life, you will experience a rub. Because life's not going to look the same for everybody. And we don't move together and resonate, all of us together, at that same energy level. So look around you and notice your people that are there when you resonate. And anticipate that there will be rub. You will get tomatoes thrown at you. And as Brene Brown says, when you step into the ring, you got to know you'll get your ass kicked. And it's worth it. Because when you're standing in your dream, when you are becoming true to your dream, when you are living in capital L life, the changing, shifting opinions of the world matter less. There's a clear, calm, connected clarity that comes in those moments where we touch bliss. And we all have, even if it's a moment and then we move back away from it. Those moments of clear, calm, connected presence for which the outcome is less important than being whatever it is that we are valuing, to the point of creating a dream or a vision around it. To being in life, to being in the flow of life. And to holding open that door, as Michael Beckwith's quote says, to the mystery of life, to how things grow out of seemingly nothing, to how things become connected and become manifestations of what it is that accumulation of our choices and responsibilities for our life create. There's so much possibility there. So I want to sum up what I'm saying, the energy of what I'm bringing to this morning. This idea of surrender. Life invites us to surrender, to flow with it, not against it. And in this, to remember the universe is conspiring with you, not against you. The energy for which you're surrendering to is more of the love, the infinite, the possibilities, and that takes strength and courage to step into. It is a powerful thing to step into that level of possibility and that level of love. We're called to show up with willingness, letting go and allowing. Strength, to see those areas in our life which energy is present and draw that strength into other aspects of our lives. We can move and shift and change. This is a gift. Life is meant for us to be flexible and creator and creative within it. Stay calm, clear, and connected. To fix our eyes on divine. To not be tied up in the trappings of the world. To see our power. To release the idea of chasing our dreams and instead committing with strength, love, commitment, and responsibility to ourselves and our lives. To become true to our dreams with actions that move us toward them. To hold space for that mystery that out of nothing something comes continuously over and over again. To be powerful. To move from a mindset of life happening to us, to see ourselves as life, divine, God. I could not think of a better flow or energy to bring to this morning than Maya Angelou and her poem, Still I Rise.
You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? Just because I walk as if I have oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like suns with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I rise. Did you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my sassiness upset you? Don't take it so hard just because I laugh, as if I have gold mines digging in my own backyard. You can shoot me with your words, you can cut me with your lies, you can kill me with your hatefulness, but just like life, I rise. Does my sexiness offend you? Oh. Does it come as a surprise that I dance as if I have diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame I rise. Up from a past rooted in pain I rise. A black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling and bearing in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak miraculously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the hope and the dream of the slave. And so, wow. There I go.
So with that, I invite you into a time of musical meditation, holding that energy, that invitation, as we move into a deeper time of exploration of what life might look like for us.
One breath at a time. One breath at a time. That's where grace comes in. One breath at a time. One step at a time. One step at a time. That's where peace comes in. One step at a time.
All right. As we move into this meditation, I invite you to take your hands and just rub them together. Maybe a little bit quicker. Feel that warmth, create that warmth, knowing that we're here in this life vessel, holding abundant life. We are life. Now take those warmed hands and place it on your heart space. Feel the sensation of warmth in your hands and allow that warmth to be drawn into your entire body. A reminder that love, divine life is here. It's here and present now for us to behold, to accept that we are beloved with infinite potential. All of that is here right now. The world did not give this to you, and it cannot take it away. This is divinely anointed. I invite you to ground yourself, to breathe into the energy of life, to Breathe into the energy of surrender, aware that you are surrendering to love, to abundance, to open-hearted, minded, spirit living. To know that you're worthy of this type of extraordinary life, in whatever way extraordinary looks for you. Life was meant to be diverse, meant to hold many paths, many personalities, many beauties, and to hold well these guiding lights. For without darkness, how would we know light? Without understanding of individual, how would we know oneness? We draw our circle of concern and compassion wider. We ensure that we ourselves are in this circle. And we make room for others to show up. For just as we know that when we show up fully in our life, there will be rub, so too will we be rub for others when they show up full in their lives. So we choose to draw our circle of concern and compassion bigger. We choose to open our minds to the many ways that people show up. And instead, we place our focus on living capital L life and on encouraging other people to live their capital L life. And we let the rest go. With this open, inviting invitation to life, we call upon the vital energy of willingness, ready and prepared for this type of relationship. Michael Beckwith says, God does not call the qualified, God qualifies the called. Open to possibilities, to mystery. Opening further to the energy of letting go, releasing control for the greater energy to create. Trading that for the energy to transform, transmute, letting go of the shore and diving deep into the water as the water. And holding an energy of allowing to give time, permission to life to unfold, giving room for life to unfold. Just as one lets or rents a room, we become clear about the space we make for life, divine, and its unfolding. And may it be lots. May we make lots of room for this unfolding. Divine whispers in our ears, reminding us to turn our gaze back to life, to love, to look full in life's wondrous and glorious face, to allow the light to be amplified in the holding of this gaze, a love affair with life that we could not have imagined, and yet out of nowhere it grows. To look lovingly at life and to feel life looking lovingly back, breathing into that calm, clear, connected space. Moving into the silence, releasing the idea of chasing our dreams and instead committing anew with strength, love, responsibility, and commitment to ourselves and our lives. To become manifestors of our dreams with actions that move us towards them. Holding open the door for spirit, for life, and the wisdom of silence. But still like air, I rise. Out of the huts of history's shame I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain I rise. Into a daybreak that's wondrously clear I rise. Bringing the gifts my ancestors gave, I rise. And up into life, I rise. And as we explore part 2 next time on March 21st, we'll continue to reignite our love affair with life. We will explore deeply the space of mindset to move from a place of life happening to us to seeing ourselves as life, divine, God. And I offer you this closing thought from a sign at a Black Lives Matter rally that said simply, "We are our ancestors' greatest dream." We are our ancestors' greatest dream.
I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening.
Thank you, Mel. What a beautiful message for Valentine's Day. Love ourselves, love our dreams, love our life. I don't think we can ask for much more than that. And what a perfect way to end that talk with the amazing and sassing Maya Angelou. She is a true inspiration, and I always love listening to her present. She's so amazing. So thank you for that beautiful talk. We do always love you being here and look forward, very forward to part 2. Thank you again. After service, if you have thoughts, anything you'd like to share, any takeaways, we'd be happy to have you stay on and have any discussion after the end of the service. It's always a pleasure to get to spend some time together as we would in fellowship in person. We'll do it here on Zoom. We know that all Unity Centers rely on tithes and love offerings to be available to create our operating expenses and cover all expenses for where we are and what we do. So we so thank you for everything you put towards Unity Kitchener and of course Unity Ottawa, who's joining us today. There are many ways that we can give. E-transferring unitykitchener to gmail.com. And I'm sure Unity Ottawa has the same kind of thing. If you'd like to go on the websites of either unitykitchener.com or unityottawa.org, you can see a donate button. It's usually with Tithely, and that you can set up a one-time donation, or you can set up an ongoing consistent giving if you'd like to do that, weekly, monthly, however you'd like to choose to do that. And that amount can change as you wish. You are never committed to that on an ongoing basis. You're allowed to change that or change the dates on them at any time. Unity Kitchener does have an office, and I believe Unity Ottawa as well. If you'd like to mail or drop off checks, you're also welcome to do that. So as we joyously receive, we so joyously give also, knowing that what we give always comes back. And I always end that with always tenfold. If you'd like to take your love offering in your hand, and we can do it virtually and do it with love in our hands, if you'll say with me this blessing: divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I joyously give, and all that I joyously receive. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen. We know that unity from Charles and Myrtle Fillmore was based on the power of affirmative prayer. The Silent Unity, which is at Unity Village in Kansas City, is always available for prayer 24/7. It can be done online, or you can call 1-800-NOW-PRAY. They also have a You Pray app. If you'd like to download that to any of your devices or your phone, you can go on their You Pray app. Here at Unity Kitchener, we have a group called Partners in Prayer. These folks have taken some prayer training. They know how to work with affirmative prayer and be able to give prayer to you at any time and pray with you. If you'd like to arrange a time to do that, please feel free to contact us at unitykitchener@gmail.com. If you would like to have prayer today and want to put that into the chat for yourself or anybody else, a first name in the chat will do that. Deb Leland, one of our partners in prayer, takes note of all that and makes sure that gets to the prayer team. And Spirit always knows who the last name is and what they need to be prayed for. So feel free to enter anything in the chat in the way of a first name. A few announcements for today, just to finish up. Next week, we have Reverend Kelly Azola. She's always a wonderful person. She's so passionate. She supports people and organizations to live and love more authentically. She's masterful at creating concepts and relating them across her various life experiences. And we look forward to having her with us next Sunday, February 21st at 10:30. Wendy Carr is hosting some beginnings of Unity or Unity Basics. There's various dates up there on Tuesday evenings. She would like you to sign up for them so she knows how many people are coming on to the Zoom call. lutrep.unitycanada@gmail.com, and it's on our newsletter and website as well. There is no fee. If you'd like to donate as a love offering, you're welcome to do that. And we're also excited at Unity Kitchener, and thank you for Unity Ottawa for making this beautiful slide and sharing it with us. I didn't feel the need to make another slide since the one you had up last week was so gorgeous. So thank you for sharing that with us. Reverend Paul Hasselbeck, who we had here a few weeks ago, is going to give 6 Tuesday evenings, March 2nd to April 6th, 7 to 9 Eastern time. The other times are just below that if you're in any other time zone, because he's going to do this across Canada and potentially through the US too, on the 12 powers, which we're studying for this year. So again, Wendy Carr is kind of arranging this in the background through Unity Canada. So if you're interested in attending Paul's classes, it will be lutrep again, .unitycanada@gmail.com. And we're excited that that's going to be the next events that we'll be having through Unity Kitchener. We're going to end with Daniel Namod. Love is My Decision, a great song to sing out loud. So put yourself on mute and sing loud with Daniel.
Love is my decision. It's up to me to give of my heart. Love is my decision. No one else can tell me to start. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to stand on that bridge. Love is my decision. No one else can make me forgive. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. decision. It's up to me to dance down the road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down the road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. My decision right here and now.
We thought we'd start a new thing this week called the Zen of the Week, and Cheryl had sent this to me earlier. My daughters have put some heart printed paper on the floor, and I asked her what she was doing. This is off the internet, not one of our daughters. She said she was sending love and peace to people in the world and to monsters to make them nice. So if you'd like to take some time today on our Valentine's Day and make a heart and stand on it and send peace and love to the world and make any monsters nice, I think that's a good Zen thought for the week. So enjoy that. We're in this together. Take what you need, joy, magic, love. Visit www.unitykitchener.com anytime. In fact, you can get our newsletter if you'd like to sign up for that. Listen to any previous services, lots of calendars, events that are there, and much more about the history of Unity and Unity Kitchener. So join us there, please, anytime at all. We'd love to see you. And we'll wrap up today by coming into fellowship. And if you'd like to share anything, I think Mel stayed with us, and you can certainly chat with us and have some fellowship time.